All right, that bell means it's time for another episode of Gladiator Wrestling Podcast.
All right, and we'll go back to this is episode 20.
Episode 20.
But yeah, I guess we'll just be. We had some technical. Wish we could remember like back in the old days how like something went wrong. They put up that screen technical. They had the camera with the technical difficulties. Yeah.
Oh, we had some technical difficulties just a minute ago. Hopefully, I'm going to keep an eye on this and make sure my camera doesn't jack us up again. But so we had an exciting week this week. And we're going to jump into what we did yesterday with the Nashville Comicon.
Yeah, it was an exciting day, and it was really fun. It was my very first time at one of these things, but man, to come around that corner, and we only went to go see, not just that, they went to go look at other things, but we was only expecting Sergeant Slaughter and Tugboat, but yeah, we got this. There was a special guest with Tugboat, and that was the one-man gang, a.k.a. Akeem, the African Dream, baby. Yes. But it was so cool, man. Those guys were just downright still professionals about the whole thing.
And when we saw the sign above their table, as we was walking up, we both kind of was like, wait, what do you mean Akeem is here? That wasn't part of. They never announced him. They only announced Tugboat, and we were like getting all excited at that point.
Oh, well. Hey, you know what I mean?
So, yeah, it was like, this is great. So we thought we were getting 2 wrestlers' autographs on our white flag. Looks just like that one back there, but it's white.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
Other than the fact that it's got 4 autographs on it now.
By the end of the year, that white flag is going to be full.
Oh, it's going to be, yeah.
September is going to be a woo-wee.
But when we had, they were, like I said, they were at the same booth, and we had an amazing experience while we were there. They were great guys. We talked about... because I even mentioned, the fact that we talked about on our podcast tag teams and the natural disasters, earthquake and typhoon. Growing up were one of my favorites. They really were.
What did you say? The Twin Towers
and the Twin Towers. One man gang made sure, hey, don't forget about the Twin Towers. Yeah. And of course, you can't forget about the Twin Towers.
No, man, they're just a dominant.
But as we got our selfie with them and. We went behind the table, and as we're getting done with the selfie, Tugboat, he points at this helmet that's on the table, and it is the original Shockmaster helmet.
Yeah,
guys, if you don't know what the Shockmaster
go
is,
look it up.
If you're too young, go look up Shockmaster debut. That's all you need to do.
Yeah,
and what could have been a moment that would just ruin a person, they could dwell on it and just be a most embarrassing moment for somebody. It really and truthfully was something that went down in history, and to get the opportunity just to touch that piece of wrestling history.
It wasn't a duplicate. It was the original.
It was the original. He said helmet. That's the one I wore that day.
Yeah.
When I fell and it rolled off, that was the one.
That was the funniest damn thing.
We got to touch it. We didn't pick it up. We didn't hold it. We didn't take pictures with it. Again, it's a piece of wrestling history, and I don't even know that I'd have been comfortable saying, "Hey, can we, hold it and stuff?"
I didn't think it even crossed my mind until after we walked away. I was like, I'm not. It was kind of a touch like this. It was like.
Just the thought, I'm fixing to touch this, and this is wrestling history, is what it is. It may not have been a defining WrestleMania moment relic, or a belt that, it's not the Smoking Skull belt.
Which they're not going to go hunting for it. Triple H and Mick Foley ain't going to go hunting for it for the WWE archives. You know what I mean? So,
but to know I was about to touch it, my hand was shaking, and I touched that, and I was just. I was so geeked out at that point. It was so cool.
Giddy. Hey,
it was, and I didn't shut up about it for a good 10, 15 minutes. I just kept telling Chris, like, dude, just touch the Shockmaster helmet. Like, we just met him.
I know, that was cool. I mean,
and met Akeem, and then even after meeting Sarge, I'm still talking about we touched the Shockmaster helmet.
I know, man. I mean, it was cool.
It was a mind blowing experience,
because it's just one of those things from your past. It's one of those I remember phases,
and it's like I said, was it a something, a huge WrestleMania relic? Was it the Undertaker's urn or Stone Cold's Smoking Skull belt? No.
Right.
but it
No.
was something that,
It's a classic moment. Hey, it's the Shockmaster's helmet.
Yeah.
If just go look for it, and you'll know exactly what we're talking about. Why it's such a big thing. You know what I mean? Because it was funny. He lived. He killed it. You know what I mean? It could have been a disaster. He could have just.
Yeah.
Just oh man, just ruined it. But he stood up, man, fixed the helmet, and that's what we were talking about. I was like, I remember. Oh man, that was a great day.
That does kind of lead me to an idea that we might want to write down. We might want to have us a worst gimmick episode.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause we've had some doozies, buddy. We've had some pretty bad gimmicks that actually got over. We kind of was talking about that earlier today, but we went from there and right over to the next booth.
Yeah, Sarge.
And got Sergeant Slaughter, got an autograph, got pictures with him, got to shake Sergeant Slaughter's hand.
Really cool guy, man.
It was just an absolute honor to shake these guys' hands. Sergeant Slaughter, was a big thing for me growing up because I was a big G.I. Joe fan.
Who wasn't?
I still am. He's on the desk behind me. You can't see him, but I do have. It's technically not G.I. Joe. It's an Action Force Sergeant Slaughter, but he's back there. They released that before Hasbro got around to releasing Sergeant Slaughter, but
on the thing before we get up for the toe bone, I want to give out a shout to Megastar Wrestling. That's who that guy was, and go check him out. Go check out his page. He's I don't know. The thing from what I've seen, just that what we saw yesterday, it's already up for sale. So he does sell memorabilia,
and we
it's all authentic too.
We got we left the show and we immediately followed their page and they hit us right back. So
Followed right back.
We appreciate that, guys.
Yeah,
thumbs up.
Man.
Thank you so much. You guys head on over there and make sure you follow them and give them a like too.
Yeah. So where do you want to go? Do you want to jump into? Okay, so
let's get the little bit of WWE we had on the list.
Go
to talk
ahead,
about
because
first.
I have. The only thing I got is for SmackDown and that new pretty title. That was the only thing I got.
So I just got a couple things. Right now, let's talk about the Money in the Bank qualifiers. We had between Raw and SmackDown this week, three men qualified. We had Shinsuke, Ricochet, and LA Knight.
I'm checking him in. That was be the winner. I like him.
Oh yes,
I like LA Knight, and then again, I kind of don't want him. It's like I want him to win the Money in the Bank, and then again, I don't. You know what I mean? Because I don't want him to have a failed cash in.
Right. I got a feeling. If he wins the Money in the Bank, which is what I hope happens, it's not going to be an instant cash in. We're gonna have one of those because he's got a mouth on him. He loves to talk shit. So
he's gonna do the whole year probably.
Yeah, he's gonna talk shit all year.
Yeah,
and so I'm okay with that. I'm excited for that. We got, unless I missed something, only one qualifier for the women's Money in the Bank, and that was Zelina Vega. She beat Lacey Evans.
Yeah,
who came out with a
that's what I'm wondering what's going to lead up to.
Sergeant Slaughter hat that had a big cobra on the hat.
Yeah,
and stuff. So I know there was talks of him being her manager or like maybe even using training videos of him training her. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I was happy to see her come back with that kind of gimmick going. I hate that they put her up against Zelina Vega because we just know, almost guaranteed she wasn't going to win that.
Yeah.
Zelina Vega's just too hot right now.
Yeah.
But other than that,
it's just her. It's just Vega.
I had two, I had two major things on SmackDown. One, I guess you want to consider it major thing on Raw. We had new women's tag champs.
Oh, do we have to? All right. So what was it? A 4-way?
Yeah, it was a 4-way.
Yeah, and then sorry everybody, but Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey. Hey.
Sorry, I had to push the button twice on that one. That
was more of a what the moment.
that ruined the show for me, to be perfectly honest. And I'm sure, I know there's the fans of the Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler team.
And we welcome you to wrestling.
And I'm just going to be honest. I want to be a fan of that team because on paper, Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey, I mean, that's legit. And that's not two women you would want to screw with. They're really badasses.
True.
They really are. They need an overhaul though, because this crap is garbage. I can't stand it. And
I can't either.
Yeah,
Did you see the fans? Did you have? I know. They're literally just like
nobody. And I think I saw somewhere where
seriously,
where Ronda Rousey demanded that they be given those titles.
I can see that.
So
I can see that.
And if that's the case, that's a load of horse crap. And
because Sonya Deville, Chelsea Green would have been a badass tag team. You know what I mean? Up until, Liv, I don't know the extent of her injury. And we know Alexa Bliss ain't, going to be in the Money Bank. She just announced her pregnancy. But yeah, I don't, man, it's not.
Anyways,
I like Shotzi. Hey, I like Shotzi.
Yeah.
Shotzi and freaking Raquel.
Yeah,
would have been
been good.
Would have been good.
Yeah. Anyways, every breath is precious, and I'm tired of wasting them on her. So
yeah.
Moving on to SmackDown.
Damn, bro.
Moving on to SmackDown. I don't care. Look, it ruined the whole damn Monday Night Raw for me.
I know. It did me too. It's like I knew it was over as soon as Shotzi got on the top rope.
So Roman was given a new title belt.
Which will be on our page. We'll flash that. Yeah.
Celebrate his 1,000 days as yada 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 champion.
The WWE Universal Undisputed Heavyweight Champion of the World. And it's only one title.
that. But
it's a nice title, by the way. I like it.
It's pretty nice. Design. It's got a lot of gold. I like the fact that it's got a lot of gold. So
damn right. Going back to where I'm glad they're listening to us,
It's
Josh.
still got the giant logo in the middle of it, but it's still got a lot of gold. So
I'm glad they're finally listening.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
But it was almost, his new belt was almost overshadowed by the Bloodline storyline. Which may kind of might not have been the smartest way for them to play that, seeing how they might should have played it off a little bit differently. Maybe do the belt at the beginning of the show and end with that, because I mean, the whole Bloodline thing and everything that happened really kind of overshadowed the new belt. To be perfectly honest, in my opinion.
Well, they're going to play this out now.
But you had the the Usos out there, and he was ordering Jay to kick Jimmy.
Oh, yeah.
And he said that would make everything right. You have to kick Jimmy, and Jay wasn't having none of it.
Yeah.
And then I guess at some point he had paintbrushed Jimmy's face.
Oh, yeah.
And then Jimmy got the microphone after that whole exchange, and I think they gave the mic to Solo to make him, and he told Solo he had to choose, and he actually went on the side of his brothers.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, yes, that's damn right, Solo. Don't turn your back on your brothers.
Yeah.
This is wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So we all know what's happening next. So Jimmy gets the mic, though, paintbrushes Roman's face, same way he did him, and then they go back and forth. And, they try, Jimmy tries to say, tell him, you was wrong and this and that, and tries to make everything right and get everything back together. And, they embrace, Roman embraces Jimmy, and he looks like he's emotional and being brought to tears. And, Jimmy's asking him, we still the ones before the embrace. And then they're embraced, Roman's almost to tears. And then you see him pick the microphone back up over Jimmy's shoulder, and he just says, no.
Yeah.
And then he kind of pushes back away from Jimmy. And then that's where Solo strikes. Samoan spike to Jimmy.
Yeah.
And then Roman walks out, tells Solo to come on, and Solo went out with him with Jimmy and Jay.
Like he was all emotional leaving too.
Yeah.
And would Paul say, what about Jay? He was like, Jay would do what Jay always does.
Yeah.
He'll fall in line. He'll come home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it's very interesting to see where it goes, because every time we think we kind of got the Bloodline storyline pegged, they kind of throw a curve in there. So
you're right.
That's the only reason that this continues to be the best storyline running in wrestling right now.
Yeah. It's been
even
going
though,
on a long time.
Even though it's blatantly obvious we're huge AEW fans.
Yeah.
This is still the best storyline they've got running right now.
And it's just WWE. Just I don't know. I still love it. But I just can't find myself. It's like it'd be good, and then they'll throw something stupid in there like that.
That's
what I mean?
That's the only storyline they're really running, though.
It's like, golly, man, just come on with it.
So the talks now are possibly Rikishi may have to come in and try to fix the bloodline. Maybe
he did leave a tweet about that. Figure it out. That's all he did.
Jimmy J and Solo's dad,
or fix it, or something like that. He fixed
that. That's their dad.
Something. Fix it, figure it out, or something was his last.
Yeah, figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out.
Yeah. And I know that he has definitely shown interest, and he's made it public that he wants to be a part of the Bloodline storyline.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're using his sons and his family, so honestly, there's no reason to keep him out of it. And he doesn't even need to wrestle, to be perfectly honest.
No,
there's no reason.
He could come out there and be like Paulie is. You know what I mean?
So there's no reason whatsoever. The Usos and even Solo at this point have made a name for themselves that they don't need. They don't need him to come so they can be relevant, because that's their daddy. So he can be there, and be able to actually be part of it, and not just be there to help get them over, because they don't need that for damn sure.
No, hell no.
So
that's damn sure.
But that kind of covers WWE.
Yeah, Jesus. I know. I've been tongue-tied all day as well, man.
Now, do we want to go ahead and go with the... No,
well, let's go with... you got Dynamite?
Yeah, I got Dynamite.
All right. I'm just writing down something real quick about... just remembered about her. All right, so yeah... Dynamite was actually...
So this will be the Dynamite and Rampage coming off of Double or Nothing.
Yeah, because we never talked about Double or Nothing.
Oh, we're going to.
Yeah. So I get, because do you want to talk about Double or Nothing right now? Because that'll lead into Dynamite.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into Double or Nothing. So we had this was something that's very rare. I don't remember the last time this happened, when we had WWE on Saturday, PLE, and then a AEW or
PPV.
any other company pay-per-view on the next day. So that was a fun weekend to have that. And
plus NXT was that night too.
Yeah.
So it was 3 going on.
Which I to my understanding, it was NXT's pay-per-view or PLE viewership kind of suffered because of Double or Nothing.
Yeah, I heard it was good though, but not, they just, Double or Nothing. Yeah, it was. That's what was up. I didn't get to see the last 2 matches, which I was bummed about, but it was a great match. I watched before I left.
So we talked about Night of Champions, and we dogged it the week before because it was not Night of Champions. So if we take away the title, it was a great PLE.
Yeah,
the matches were great. The stories they told were great. So as far as that goes, Night of Champions was a good pay-per-view. It was just not Night of Champions, plain and simple.
Right.
But Double or Nothing, and maybe somebody else has a different opinion. In my opinion, definitely put on a better show. And we said it on the podcast last week. They're going to have to turn it up.
And they did.
Because they put on a good show for Night of Champions. They damn sure did. Mm-hmm. And Double or Nothing really brought it.
Yeah.
Man, they brought it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the first match. Blackjack Battle Royal for the International Championship.
Yeah, international. There you go.
Right.
There you go. That was impressive.
Wow, it was a hell of a match. That was craziness.
Yeah, it was all around everywhere. It's hard to watch anything going on because it was great, man. I'm glad Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy came out with the win.
You damn right, man.
But let me tell you, the big takeaway from this match is Swerve freaking Strickland proved 100%, as we've already said here many times.
Yeah,
he does not need the big muscle bound guys that he's running with. He does not need a faction.
That's why I just said I say it every week. Hey,
at all.
I can't get behind this whole gimmick that he's trying to do.
God dang, Swerve Strickland is one of the best performers out there right now.
He is.
Hands down.
I like him. I just can't get behind what he's doing.
Love it when he's in the ring.
Yeah.
You know, I can't say enough good things about his ring work.
No.
Don't know why he's continuing to be dropped in these factions with big muscle bound guys. Every faction. The first time he had the weird tattooed baseball player guy, whatever his name was. And that other guy.
And that other guy who was supposed to be like, what's his name? Was supposed to be like, yeah, anyways, exactly.
Right. And now he's with, now it's, what are they? The Mogul Embassy now.
I thought they were Mogul Affiliates. Now they're Mogul Embassy?
Now, Mogul Affiliates was what he was with the other two guys. And now that now he's joined with the Embassy, and it's the Mogul Embassy.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Which is made up of Brian Cage and the, what are they called? It's wrote down.
Oh, yeah.
Gates of Agony.
Yeah, Gates of Agony. Because
all three of those guys, big dudes.
Just fought Cassidy and Darby.
And I'm not saying anything bad about those guys because I like Brian Cage. Gates of Agony, hell of a tag team.
Yeah.
Don't give them no belts because they're going to dominate.
Yeah.
Those guys are amazing.
Aren't they already title holders, like 6-man tag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for Ring of Honor, I believe.
Yeah.
So, but he doesn't need to be with them. He can hang on his own with on the mic. He can hang on his own in the ring. Why? I mean, he's a singles wrestler, 100%. He should be pushed. You know, he may be the one to dethrone Orange Cassidy. To be perfectly honest.
Yeah, I can see it.
I wish he would do it as a solo act and not part of whatever that is.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll move on.
Yeah.
I try not to turn it into a rant there. So the next match was Adam Cole versus Jericho in an unsanctioned match.
Yeah. Wasn't that a stoppage? Yeah, they stopped.
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, Adam Cole wins from a referee stoppage. And so that match was kind of going on while we were podcasting last week. So we were watching.
Yeah, because I didn't really catch a lot. That's why I was like,
Britt Baker.
Yeah, she beat the hell out of Chris.
She tore him up with the kendo stick. She was tearing the hell out of Jericho.
Yeah, man.
And then turned around and was beating the hell out of Saraya.
Yeah.
Saraya, yeah, whatever.
She went.
Man.
Oh, it was crack, 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 crack. And she was swinging that kendo so damn quick. Chris Jericho didn't know what to do.
Adam, mind your P's and Q's. Don't piss her off. My God, bud.
I know, right?
I feel bad for you. Damn.
Yeah, he showed his side later, and man, he is just bruised all up in his side.
So we had tag titles, tag team championship, FTR versus Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett.
Which is good.
With Mark Briscoe as a special guest referee. Was a great match.
Yeah.
And
I'm glad he proved me wrong because I could have swore something was going to be shifty.
Yeah,
in that shit.
you had it pegged that Briscoe was going to go heel and turn on the FTR, and that's not what happened. And it was a great. So you have special referee matches where you're like, exactly what was the point of having a special guest referee if he had no use in the match.
Yeah,
it was not the case here. That was a perfectly used special guest referee, and I really enjoyed that match.
It was good.
And FTR retains, by the way.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
I liked them.
So next up, we had Wardlow versus Christian Cage, a ladder match.
Dude, give it up to Wardlow.
Wow.
For jumping off that damn ladder. He missed. He miscued.
He a little overshot.
He overshot just a little bit, but hey, yeah. Give it up.
Man, that was awesome. And, of course, Christian Cage wasn't going to come alone. Luchasaurus kind of came down and interfered.
Arn Anderson. Hey.
He bit the shit out of his thumb.
If y'all ever have a chance to look at Arn Anderson's face, like when he's laying in the corner, dude, the blood is like already black and everything. He just looks. He grabbed a hold of Luchasaurus' thumb, man, and would not let go.
Oh man, he's
like, "You paid my fucking thumb."
Oh man, that was insane.
Arn Anderson just laying in the corner like blood coming out of his mouth, his ears, everywhere, man.
But Wardlow come out with the victory.
Yeah. Shout out to Wayne. Yeah, he proved, hey, that big boy, don't do it. I'll tell you. Then he posted something about, I ain't been doing this for years. He was jumping off a roof or something, swantoning.
So next we have Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter for the women's title.
Yeah.
Had major help from the Outcasts.
Yeah. And plus she was already injured.
So,
right?
Yeah. So she went. So she was gonna have to drop this title due to injury.
Yeah.
But she was able to go out there and at least compete and drop it like she should be able to. But the way this played out, and with the Outcasts, they have made it perfectly clear that they are, what they're doing, the way they're portraying themselves, and the things they're doing are a tribute, for lack of a better word, to NWO and DX.
Yeah.
And how they did this, 100% screams NWO, screams DX, the way they did it. They beat, Toni Storm comes to the ring. She's in the ring. Jamie Hayter's music plays.
They drag her.
And she don't come out. And then the music starts over. And here she comes out. And they're just beating the hell out of her all the way to the ring. Yeah. And then they get her in the ring. And then she says, go ahead and start the match. And then they start the match. And then they end the match.
Jamie, dude. Hey, she kicked out of one or two, I think. But
it didn't go on for very long. And it wasn't going to. I want to say it's like I think she's got a torn bicep or something.
Yeah, it looks like it, yeah.
I'm not 100% on that. If I do, when we do have that news, we'll put it out on the page and stuff. So,
of course.
But Toni Storm comes out with the victory and is the new AEW Women's Champ.
Yeah.
Which means the Outcasts now hold that belt.
Yeah.
Maybe the three of them are the champ now. Maybe
Freebird rule. They're going Freebird rule the title.
Freebird rule on the women's title.
That would be something.
I'm not. You know what? I wouldn't even complain, to be perfectly honest.
No, because I like all of them.
Yeah.
This next one's funny.
A trios match: House of Black versus the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn.
I told you that those three were not ready for House of Black.
Not at all. And they.
Thanks for showing up, though. Thanks for betting.
Yeah. They had it looking like Billy was going to put on a good show, and he hit the. I think he hit a famouser.
I think he said, "Who'd he hit it?" He said, "Fuck you!" And he was mad at him.
He turned around and ate Malachi Black's boot.
Yeah,
I started calling him Aleister Black.
You did. Hey,
caught myself though.
Hey,
caught it.
Kudos. Hey, I laughed about this when I heard about this match. I thought if you replayed, I think 2 episodes ago, I just giggled when I was talking about the Acclaimed facing the House of Black. Hey, they're not ready for them.
After that kick, if anybody knows what leather tastes like, it's Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
He turned right around.
Wow. He saw the birds, buddy. It was tweet for him. It was time to go night. Yeah,
so House of Black remains AEW Trios champion.
Yeah, and I don't see anybody being able to take it from them right now because the BCC and the Elite are so locked up in their thing.
All right. So, do you want to talk about this one next, or you want to skip and talk about the last two?
No, I want to talk about the best damn part of the whole night.
Talk about it? All right. So we had Jade Cargill versus Taya Valkyrie for the TBS Championship.
Okay. So we're just going to say right now, we told you so. Okay.
So we ended the podcast last week, and that was the last match we watched that night. So we're watching it. All right, we're watching it, and like it looked good from the get go, kind of.
Yeah.
For Taya, and then it changed big time.
I mean, I know, right?
And
what is wrong with her?
We were getting heated.
Yeah.
I mean, heated. I mean, we woke everybody in my house up.
Damn sure did.
It was. Son of a bitch! This is horse shit. I mean, we were mad.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've gotten that passionate over a match, but I mean, we had it pegged. Yeah. Taya was taking that damn.
You damn right. Yeah.
And when Jade pinned her for the 1, 2, 3, I mean,
you talk about two pissed off men.
Had to make sure it wasn't anywhere close to something to throw. Cause it was mad as hell,
dude.
And then
what's his name?
Smart Mark Sterling, not so smart. Gets in the ring and
Talking shit.
starts
60
talking
and 0,
about
60
how
and 0.
Jade is 60 and 0, and
Yep.
there's no one left for her to beat. She's beating everybody. She's willing to take on anyone, anytime.
Yeah.
That right there.
Yeah.
Both of us went, oh,
Yeah,
shit, something's going to happen.
Yep.
Something's going to happen.
Hit the
Because
music.
You don't
Hey,
say
hit the
that
music.
kind of crap.
Hit the music.
And then here comes Chris Statlander.
Yeah, hey, yeah, buddy.
Hair standing up on my arms. Oh, we
Now-
was starting to flip out.
Boy, she come out and she beat the living hell out of Jade Cargill
And it was a repeat of
of Charlotte and Ronda. Oh man, it's the exact same scenario, man.
almost
Let me
the
tell you
same
something.
thing.
We jumped, we screamed, we were so fucking happy,
That was
dude.
high fives. And
Hey, dude, it was great.
We've been saying, from word go, when is she gonna lose this title? This championship is not gonna mean a thing until it comes off of Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
And it's not because it's just because they put it on her too soon.
Ultimate Warrior. Nothing against. She could be something. You know what I mean? I just think she needs more. She needs more training. She needs more time.
And we said it before. She don't have this title, this belt no more. Title, she don't have it. She needs some off-screen time.
Yeah.
Go to Japan.
Oh yeah, they'll get you right over there.
Japan, I don't know which way I'm pointing.
Hey, they'll get you right over in Japan.
I'm telling you, if she was to go to Japan for a 6-month tour, she would come back, and we would probably end up being her biggest fans. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has that much impact.
Yeah, you all right over there?
Yeah, I'm good.
I was like, I know it was a good match, but I didn't think it was that's so emotional for it. You know what I mean?
Fucking
Allergies
got me tore the fuck
Yeah.
up. But anyways,
Yeah.
So it was, and new women's TBS champion
Chris
Statlander.
And she's already
And-
showing that she's good. She did beat the hell out of Nyla Rose and everything.
And I had saw a while back that was the plan.
Yeah.
Was for Chris Statlander to be the one to dethrone Jade, but she was plagued by injuries.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I kept
good.
thinking, surely we're not going to just keep this title on her
Until she's
just
able
to
to
wait
get
on
back.
Chris Statlander.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
and then Taya comes in, and I'm like, okay,
hey,
so Chris
dude.
is not going to be able to do this, so we're going to let Taya take it. That's great. I was, fine with that. It's okay though.
She just, I don't know what happened. I'd like to say it. We had talked about it. Maybe she thought maybe it was maybe up until
Because
she was told that she was probably going to take it off Jade, and then sorry.
And I think that's what may have happened.
Chris
It was
is
a
able to
last
perform.
minute thing.
Yeah.
They were trying to get her cleared, and they wasn't sure they was going to get her cleared. So
Taya started off strong, and then you tell she was just she was
the
gassed.
heart didn't come. It seemed like the heart wasn't there for it. So
Yeah. Shout
I
out
hate
to
to
him.
see
Yeah,
hate to
I
see
do.
when something like that happens, but if you've watched Ty Valkyrie, it ain't the end for Ty Valkyrie. We're gonna see more gold on her.
Yeah. She's already a decorated.
Oh yeah, she's
all around the world.
Great. So
Yeah.
then we had, oddly enough, what I thought was going to be it was a double main event, but I don't do double main events. So I thought would be the main event was the last match would be the 4 pillars, but it was the second to last.
Yeah, I didn't get to see those. It was already late as hell.
So it was 4 pillars match. Darby Allin, Jungle Boy, Sammy Guevara, MJF. If you watch this match, you will know without a shadow of a doubt there's no way that Sammy, Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, and Darby Allin are going to not, at some point, hold the heavyweight title.
Yeah.
The performance they put on, and no shade to MJF, because he put on a hell of a match. What is that? His 12th one.
I believe so. Yeah. I believe so. Yeah. Yeah.
It was good. It was a hellacious match. They were tearing it up, and there was no clear way to call that match and know going in, who was going to win.
Like I said, I didn't see it, but I was just, I want to know who won so bad.
It was all over the place. It was so good. However, I really didn't expect MJF to walk out with it, which makes me nervous that he did. Because then I'm sitting here wondering who are we lining up to dethrone him? Because I don't see him holding it for 1,000 days.
No, he's already talking about he'll jump real quick if money's right.
So yeah, with the mouth on him and stuff, and the way he keeps talking shit like that, I don't see it, but it does concern me because I kind of know who's coming back, and we'll get to it in a minute.
He said he'll take the title and leave.
I hope
he'll do a Brock in Japan,
right?
I
hope it ain't that. So,
hold the title hostage.
But MJF did come out with the win.
Yep. If you watch his post conference, man, he didn't have straight talk shit.
There was so many holy shit moments in that match, and the crowd was feeling it. It was phenomenal. And
a lot of people are talking shade about that, though. It's like, how do you put on this great match, right? And then you put on this great show, and then the next day you got Darby in a tag match against Gates of Agony. You know what I mean? Or you got, let's see, Sammy or Jungle Boy wasn't on this week's programs at all, but it's like it's like,
yeah. And if
not anything about him, Jeff, about the guys who really put on the show who are there every week. And
if that match did not earn those 3 future title shots down the road, however long it may be, 1 month, 6 months, a year, if those 3 do not see a good run at the belt, they need to leave.
Yeah,
because they've damn earned it as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
100%. So moving, my only notes on that match, let's see, all I wrote was holy shit. So
that's a good match, and that's all you write. You know what I mean? I think I've done it a couple times over there, like, what the fucker, holy shit.
So the closing match of the night was Anarchy
in
the arena.
There you go, bud.
The Elite versus Blackpool Combat Club.
Damn, I hate when those two are together fighting against one another, dude. I do, man. Because hands down, buddy, I'm a Elite fan. I'm more of a Kenny fan.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like,
so it was great to see the Elite
with Hangman.
I'd say complete almost.
Yeah.
Hangman, Kenny, and the Bucks. It was great to see them back together and tearing it up. They put on a hell of a show against the Blackpool Combat Club. Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler, and Mox. God, there's that team. If you're gonna go, you better be prepared for violence because they're gonna have to bring it. And they pulled out all the stops. Even had an exploding Nike.
Yeah, they showed it. Did you see it?
It was crazy.
It's for sale with the burn mark on the side. Yeah, that flight is for sale.
Wow, it was a crazy match. The end of the match, Blackpool Combat Club does come out with the win but it was looking like they weren't. Kenny was hitting the one-winged angel once again, and Don Callis shows up in the ring.
Shit, rat.
And he brought help with him this time, though. He brought Takeshita back with him.
Yeah,
and, they definitely cost. We're
going to see
that.
Match. We're going to see those two go at it soon.
Takeshita and Kenny.
But I think he's got somebody. He's got who's he got in June? He got somebody. I think it ain't him and El Hijo, is it? No, we've already seen that. I know he's got to face Will Ospreay again because he just posted something about good luck. He's not even in America right now, so. But I'd like to see it. Yeah.
Takeshita and Kenny will be a good. I think they already did it once.
Yeah, I mean, hell, him and Okada was just some of the best 3 matches I've ever seen in my life, man.
And to be where he's at in his career at his age, Takeshita is going places. And we talked about him on the channel before. He's a phenomenal athlete.
Oh, he is.
And he's damn good ring work.
Hey, because he's Japan. I'm telling you, these boys that come out of Japan or go work in Japan to hone their skills come out better wrestlers.
I 100% look forward to seeing him and Kenny go at it.
Definitely.
A few matches.
Yeah. Love it.
So, but that was the close of the show with the Blackpool Combat Club getting the win.
Yeah.
And my only notes I wrote down on that match were, damn.
I hear you.
I had several notes to the side for most of the matches, but I didn't have any notes. Nothing. There's, what else can you say?
So so when you jump to Dynamite, it's basically kind of like setting up, like how we were talking about Baker beat the hell out of Chris Jericho and then turned around. So it was mixed gender. We had Cole and Baker against Jericho and Saraya.
Yeah.
Which Cole and Baker come out with that win.
Oh, yeah.
I'm wanting to say that Baker got the lockjaw on Chris.
I think so, yeah.
And I
don't know if that's what pulled the win out, but
I know. But man, that's just kind of dude Jericho is, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, whatever. Hey, actually goes back to what I was watching earlier, but that's a different
How do I
China.
not know that? I watched that. Shit. I was tired.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else do we have?
Cassidy and Darby.
Blackpool Combat Club opened the show with Luchador and Bandito.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bandito, baby.
Lucha Brothers and the Bandito. Hey, man, I don't know how long Bandito held Wheeler Huda up. Hey, I'm saying a minute 10 maybe.
It was. He held him up in a.
And the way they played it, so damn cool, man. They'll kick him, keep everybody away from him.
Oh yeah, Lucha Brothers are right there kicking everybody, keep them away.
They put Claudio in a move. They put Mox in a move, and just let Bandito. He's just literally just holding him up.
It was wild.
I think he got to like 70 or 80.
I don't know. It was crazy. It was cool, though.
Golly,
I always love seeing Lucha Brothers and Bandito team up.
Hey, you'll hear us. Bandito. We'll talk about Bandito.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Blackpool come out with the win on that one, though, didn't
Yes, they did. Yeah.
So then we had the Bullet Club Gold, I guess, challenge FTR for the most part is how that's going to turn out.
I'm so damn confused with the whole Bullet Club Gold thing. Okay, Juice and Jay. All right, so it's like, where are they going? Are they doing tag? Are they going to concentrate on Ricky Starks? Now is Juice Robinson calling out Orange Cassidy? I saw something about that.
Yeah.
It's really just, I think they're just trying to find the niche.
Right.
To put, because, I mean, like I said, it's not going to be long before they put something on Jay. Yeah. But it's going to have to be something.
Yeah.
I would say either the international or I just hope it's like the international. I don't really want to see him with like a TNT or a, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong when I say this. And a lot of people, if they do comment, they're going to be, but I just don't see. I don't really think it's as prestige as, say, the heavyweight or the. It reminds me back in the day when you had, the TV champion. Okay, it's like, okay, you're the champion of a channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's what they're going for. Is basically it's their version of a TV champion, but my guess is well, I mean, New Japan has a television champion right now, so
Ring of Honor has Joe.
So I
then that goes back to Zack Sabre.
Maybe it has, maybe there's something in their clause with TV with Turner
Didn't
Broadcasting.
WCW do something?
They had a TV title.
I thought they had a TBS or something, or a TNT or something like that. But I just don't think. Please don't put it like a TNT title on him or something like that. Hell, give him a tag title if you're going to have to put some kind of strap on him.
I kind of see him and Juice probably getting tag titles. I don't know if they're going to come off of this feud with FTR with them right off the bat.
But, no.
I kind of see that maybe building up.
Yeah. But Jay White, Orange Cassidy would be a great match,
it would.
Man.
Yeah, it would.
Really would. So, Juice Robinson and Orange Cassidy would be a great match. Hell, anybody with Cassidy being
yeah.
hey, Cassidy has shown week after week after week after week after week after week.
Yeah. He is definitely making
international, intercontinental. Yeah, there we go.
Definitely making the the international. Damn it, it got me. It got me. He's definitely making the international championship something to want.
Yeah. That's a working man's champion right there, buddy.
So, speaking of that, the next match was Swerve Strickland versus
goes back to what you just said.
Big Bill and Trent. In a triple threat.
Beretta.
So Swerve Strickland come off with the win on that.
Yeah.
I kind of got a feeling they're building towards Swerve and Orange. And that may be the one that finally dethrones Orange. I don't know.
I don't think so yet. I mean, but hey, damn, dude, it's about time. He's going to take a break. Because, man, he's got new bandages on every week. He really does. He's got those, I don't know what they're really used for, the sports enhancing tapes or whatever, but Cassie's got a new one on the center of his back, his ribs, his elbow, his shoulders, something every fucking week. So, I don't know. You say Swerve, Cassie.
That's what they're building towards. Now, I don't know if he will take it from Cassidy, but they're building towards it. If he does, though, I would prefer it, like I said already, to not be part of the Mogul Embassy.
You like to see him come out.
I just want to see a singles run
without people coming up hitting Cass. You know what I mean? I do too.
Swerve does not need that.
I like that. I like a good match, man, where it's straight up title for champion, challenger. Okay, let's go in there and do it. You ain't got somebody coming out and giving a spike to the throat. You ain't got every time or
he is too good to need that with him. I mean, he just is. He debuted in the company teaming with Keith Lee.
Yeah.
And then shined and moved on, and that was great. But then we're not going to get into them two again, but he doesn't need them. He doesn't.
I can't.
He was part of in WWE. He was part of Hit Row.
Yeah, and he was the star of that one.
Yeah, but they've moved on to do.
Who again?
They lost something last week.
Hey,
anyway.
who again? Oh, they wrestled last week?
Yeah. Yeah,
they lost. Shit.
They lost.
Did they really? Yeah. I didn't even know.
Yeah, they lost. I'm sorry. No shade to Hit Row, but because I actually like Top Dollar. I think he's a cool guy.
I think Top Dollar's found his niche as on Sundays. Working for the
when he was doing
archives?
that first season of hunting down the treasures, I can't remember the name of the friggin' show.
Treasures.
WWE Treasures.
Yeah, I think you had it about right.
When he was doing that first season, I really had a lot of respect for him.
You saw his love for wrestling.
Yeah,
because that'd be like me and you getting in a car with frickin' Mark Henry or Mick Foley. He's tongue tied, and we're never going to shut the fuck up.
They'd both be like,
yeah. We never. So tell me about
Uber.
So tell me about when you get.
They'd be like, we're getting him an Uber. They will not shut up.
Yeah.
They'd be calling Triple H. Hey, you're paying for the Uber because I can't take it. They will not shut up.
All right. Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways,
we're
talking about AEW.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Okay. Well, no, because we get Swerve. Swerve leads to him. Okay. But,
yeah, that's what happened next. Don Callis and Takeshita came out.
Oh yeah, brat bastard. I hate that. I hate him, dude. Seriously, just.
Let Don Callis come out and run his mouth some more about the big scar on his head is Kenny's fault, and there would be no Kenny Omega without Don Callis and all that stuff. The same rant he's been running. So. But once again, just like we was talking about, it's just leading to the matches between Kenny and Takeshita, which we're definitely looking forward to.
But you was it Cassidy
for an hour?
Yeah, was Cassidy and Darby before Statlander?
I I don't know because I messed up. I think how I'm rating. But anyway,
No, I think they gave Statlander the main event.
that's what I've got wrote down next was Darby and Orange versus the Gates of Agony.
See, and that's what a lot of people are complaining about. It's like you had this dude on this great match, and then all of a sudden you're just throwing him in there.
Darby was the main eventer, in one of the greatest matches that AEW's put on so far.
Yeah.
And, so I don't know what they got going for Darby Allin next, but Darby and Orange won. So.
And then had Statlander and Nyla Rose, and Statlander beat that ass.
Oh, yeah. Now, there ain't no way Nyla was taking that
I'm still just so fucking
title
happy.
from her.
60-1.
Yep.
60-1. Hey, love it.
So
love it.
I guess Hook came out to the ring to say something, but he never got a chance because I'm gonna get it. The La Faction Ingobernables. I'm pretty close.
The Faction, I can't even actually say it. Yeah.
But so they come out and Jose's interrupting them and all that stuff and saying, so and then they attack Hook. And Jack Perry comes for the save.
Yeah,
so I don't know if they're going to try to put Jungle Hook back together and try to run with them two. Which again though, did we just take Jack Perry down a peg from his amazing
I think that's
match?
what they're saying. Yeah,
that's kind of shitty. On the other hand, it may be something needed for Hook. I don't like the sacrifice.
A lot of stuff needed
there, but. Hook working with Jack Perry will definitely be good for him, and I've
seen the team bit improvement in.
They
Hook.
have good chemistry when they work together.
Yeah.
So I'm not against it. I just hate the fact that to get that we may have to sacrifice and knock Jack down some, and that's not cool. Actually, the main event was the mixed tag match, was it not?
Yeah, we already talked about it. Oh, shit, it was. Sorry.
Oh, well. Yeah. So we already got that. So let's go. Let's jump to Rampage.
Real quick, like. Oh, yeah.
So Rampage
was basically Night of Champions.
As far as in-ring goes, probably the best episode of Rampage they've ever had.
Yeah. Yep. I 100% agree with you right there. Hey. And I like how AEW does it sometimes, but I'm trying to... Is it Friday Night of Champions? Was that what they call it? Because they do it like every... 3 or 4 months.
They called it Championship Friday.
Yeah, they do it like every 3 or 4 months because they'll do Rampage.
They do Battle of the Belts.
Battle of the Belts. That's what it is.
But that's not what they just had. Championship Friday is what they called this episode. But when you open the show with a match for the AAA Mega Championship, El Hijo del Vikingo, Commander. Drilistico?
Yes, sir.
That's your opener.
Sorry for the cameraman on that. Hey, that's a lot of... Hey, that was a lot of flying, dude. Godly.
Absolutely phenomenal. And El Hijo come out with the win.
Yes, sir.
We had the New Japan Pro Wrestling television title. We just talked about that a second ago.
Zack Sabre
Jr. versus Action Andretti.
Oh, yeah. Sabre come out with that.
Yep. Sabre retains that title.
My girl.
Willow Nightingale versus Emi Sakura for the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's Championship.
Which just debuted the last thing. So this is the first defense of it.
Right, yeah, she won by winning the tournament and beating Mercedes Moné.
Yeah, we still got to get the update on her.
Yeah, we're still, I read, but they haven't released any information. Shit. So I don't know what's going on.
It's not a good thing.
And in
Shibata versus Lee Moriarty
for the Ring of Honor.
So tongue-tied today, dude.
Yeah, I know it. That was for the Ring of Honor Pure title, which we've talked about on the channel before. We both kind of really like that title.
That goes like that's like a wrestling back past the past championship. You know what I mean? It's like I like the rules to it. I like it's just a cool title to have.
It is. It's really cool.
All right.
So that
was a packed week.
Whew, that's wrapping up everything that's happened this week.
Yeah. And that would be Hulk and Biscuit.
And the dogs really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I'm trying to look up real quick if there's anything about her.
So while he's doing that, I'm gonna just go ahead. I don't know if y'all can see it. Ooh, I'm gonna knock everything on my desk. What happened? Oh, that's funny. So on the back screen here, that is probably not showing up good on the camera, but that is a big picture of Bobby the Brain Heenan. We're leading into.
You know what? I'm just gonna leave that to probably next week. We'll just catch it up, man. You want to talk about Bobby?
We're getting into greatest managers.
Mouthpieces.
Mouthpieces is really what we're looking for. You know, there's been a lot of managers. There's a lot of them that can
go out there and stand.
I would say a manager would be someone that has a speaking role. You know, we've had a lot of the ladies that were there and they were called a manager,
like Elizabeth.
You know, but I would say that almost borders more line on valet than a manager.
I don't think she really even got involved in a match until she reached WCW.
Right.
Because she was like this perfect, innocent beauty. You know what I mean? Miss Elizabeth was. You know? But when she
was damn sure a beauty.
Yeah. But she reached WCW and she got with Lex. And then that's when I think her real side came out. You know? Because that's when she started interfering in matches and whatnot. So I'm just going to start with my number 5. Okay?
Yeah.
And it goes back to women. But I'm going to say Scary Sherry. I'm going to say Sherry's Martell. Hey, not only was she that, she would talk to shit. Hey, she would talk to shit. She would get in the ring. She would do whatever she had to do, especially to save Macho King. Hey.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yep.
She would climb the cage. She would do whatever it took to save Macho. I'm telling you that right now.
I'm going to drop that down for right now.
But it's one of the most classic. We saw it the other day when she managed Harlem Heat. And it was, what did the thing say, John? It was like, oh, pictures. You can't hear pictures.
Yeah.
Me. Got a picture of Harlem Heat. And if you know what I'm talking about, the classic Harlem Heat interview with Sherry.
You know the promo.
If you know, you know. You know what I mean?
We're damn sure not going to repeat it.
But I'm pretty sure, Josh, our last 4 are basically they're going to be the same with one another, just mixed up. You know what I mean? So I had Jim Cornette coming in. You know, God, look back in the days, man. He had his tennis racket. It was so fucking cool.
So my number 5, by the way, would be Paul Ellering.
Okay, yeah,
that's for me. But that's again. As we found out in the past, I'm a big Road Warriors fan. So
yeah,
and you don't have Road Warriors without Paul Ellering.
No,
running his mouth for him.
A lot of people wouldn't even know that he was with the Road Warriors because they're because when we were just literally looking up, we were like, oh man, yeah, I forgot about him. Who'd you have it for?
So you said you had Jim Cornette at 4?
I had Mr. Rich Boy. Who would rather piss on Vince Russo's grave?
Yeah.
He said it's in his will that he would piss on Vince Russo's grave.
Yeah, he does not have anything nice to say about Vince Russo.
He hates Vince Russo. He said hate's a strong word, and he hates him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you talk about somebody who, you know, they have their opinion and they're set in it. Man.
Well, give it, you know... He's acts like us. You know what I mean? It's like when people come on, why do you watch that stupid shit? It's fake. It's just a bunch of guys rolling around with one another. We take offense to that shit because we love this shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's the way Cornette is. He loves it. And Vince Russo's like, oh, it's just wrestling. You know what I mean? It's just a TV show. No, you can't be in this business and have that have that mentality.
Coming from the man that's responsible for some of the worst damn moments and storylines in wrestling history.
Yeah, and him and one other person single-handedly bringing it down, you know, so. Yeah. You said you had, okay, so we can go to the mouth of the South.
Jimmy Hart, absolutely.
He still gets around, buddy.
Oh, man.
He still gets around. Known for, you know, basically Heart Foundation.
That voice coming out of a damn bullhorn is...
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I loved it as a kid. I fucking loved it as a kid. But him with the Heart Foundation, I really, really liked.
Yeah.
You know, I always thought, is there a relation?
I don't think so.
I think it just meshed. I think it just came about like that. The Heart with the Heart Foundation.
Yeah,
Jimmy Hart with the Heart
Foundation. It was just a coincidence and something they were able to put together. Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, he's from somewhere down south.
Yeah.
You know, that's why he's the mouth of the South.
Yeah, he was a honky tonk for a while.
Honky tonk man.
Yeah. And then, well, this is, a lot of people, if you ever do have your list, this will probably be your deal breaker, your tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Who do I put? Well, I put Paul Heyman at number 2. You know what I mean? Just come the fuck on,
Yeah.
dude. Come on.
I'm with that.
Come on.
I'm with it.
And then number 1, I mean, it has to be Bobby the Brain Heenan. It has to be.
There's no other.
And there could be some people out there that if you're a wrestling fan, if you're new to it, and you're like, who's Bobby the Brain Heenan?
And that's,
go look him up.
And that, we was talking before we started this show, this episode. It starts like this: Bobby Heenan, Paul Heyman.
I know
are way up here, and then everybody else you start down here because there's no one that comes close to those two.
Yeah. For Paul to even be, I think he's even said it too, that hell, just to be even in the same company as Bobby the Brain is just like, great. People don't realize too that, Paul, I don't think Paul would get in there and get tousled around.
Yeah.
But Bobby used to be a legit wrestler.
Right.
He would go to do matches. He would fight. I think he even had a couple titles here and there, but Bobby the Brain, top of the list, manager, mouthpiece, whatever you want to call it, of all time.
Definitely. Yeah. There's not enough good to say about Bobby. And we could do a whole episode about Paul Heyman. I mean, we could go on for a 4-hour episode talking about Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
I mean, he's managed so many. He's managed ECW.
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought he owned it.
I think he owned it. Managed. If you just look at the on-screen stuff he's done, you'd go on forever. Yeah. But the things he's done,
he was with Samoan royalty before we even thought about it.
But the things, that Paul Heyman's been involved in behind the curtain, that doesn't get talked about. There's so much that is, part of wrestling today that would not exist if not for Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is a piece of wrestling history in himself.
Yeah, of course, dude.
There's just,
I remember he's skinny, coming out with the long ponytail with a cell phone. Hey,
and he does his thing so well, his on-screen stuff so well. He's you gotta hate him, but you just can't help but love him.
You can't help but love the man. I'm telling you right now.
He
speaks, dude.
So
he draws you. Yeah. Hey, and he has a lot to do with how long this bloodline thing can keep going.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, for sure.
Because if it wasn't for Paul, it would. Well, come on, Roman. All he has to do now is say, "Acknowledge me, what city he's in," and say a couple things.
Yeah.
But Paul, he's the voice.
Paul, that's kind of one of the main reasons that Roman can stay relevant. And stay at home. Paul can show up on Raw.
Show up anytime and talk shit.
Show up on SmackDown with his phone and his clipboard, and
I love how he's reincorporating the phone. Hey, I love that.
Yes,
I just now
my tribal chief. Yes, my tribal chief. Yes, it will be done, my tribal chief.
Yeah.
And somebody's getting an ass whooping from Solo that night. Or
I like how he's reincorporating the phone.
He's done a great job.
Yeah, nice. Remember he had this big gray phone that we used to have back in the days. Yes, people, the cell phones were that big.
They didn't go. They didn't go in your pocket.
No. And now he's bringing the cell phone back. I love it. A lot of people won't be able to catch in on that, but
Yeah.
we see the small things.
I bet he had a car phone too back in the day.
I bet you. Yeah,
y'all don't know what that is either.
But we
catch
these things. We catch these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right.
But man, what a week! What an episode 20.
Yeah, man.
I'm so happy. We've come a long way. We started, back in January. Just using this little recorder behind me, you probably can't see.
Yeah.
Recording audio and
coming up. What about every time we say Ronda Rousey's name? Because that's how we feel about her. You know what I mean? Hopefully one day we won't be using it with Jade Cargill. But I see potential in Jade Cargill. I just think there's no hope for Ronda. I do. I don't think she can improve anymore.
I think she can. I think her and Shayna could be a formidable tag team and something
She's actually
entertaining
made
to watch.
Shayna worse.
But somebody needs to work with that.
Baszler used to be really
It
good.
does not, that what they're doing now is not what they need to be doing.
Right.
So,
We both agree on that part. Yeah.
but we started this audio only, recording it, uploading to Buzzsprout, which took us to everywhere, Spotify,
Yeah.
iTunes, and all of those places. And we moved WrestleMania weekend from, or no, it was weekend before we went to
I believe it
video.
was. Yeah.
And we went to and started putting it on YouTube. From there, we've grown the YouTube channel, and we've got all kinds of stuff on there. When we got unboxings and stuff we've been doing.
Yeah.
That's where woo.
Good catch.
We got this wrestling superstars Cody
Yeah.
that's been on the desk this whole
I
episode.
like that they're doing those.
There's a video coming up about him. We've done a lot of fun stuff on there, and we're going to keep doing it.
Damn right we're gonna keep doing it.
There's got a few shorts. We did a short yesterday at the Comicon. Even
I know it's like you said. I was like the views and the people. Okay, so that means people are watching them more and more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, like double time. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I guess it counts like that then.
So, but that being said, guys, we appreciate everyone that's tuned in.
Yes.
So do us a favor, like, follow, subscribe on all the platforms.
Always. Yes, sir.
And please leave us comments on all our videos and anywhere you can.
We will say that we do. We would love to see more comments.
Comments, guys, the comments on YouTube especially really help us out with the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah.
I don't know if YouTube likes me saying it on here or not, but
Ah.
if you leave comments, I promise you we reply.
Yeah.
Every one of them. And we appreciate when you do. I'm always looking for ways to improve the channel and improve what we do on the podcast.
We're basically now on every platform now, right? Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We're everywhere now.
That's
so,
it.
yeah. All right. And before we get running, as always, Gladiator talk to you next week, and Gladiator out.